Welcome to the Fantasy Pavilion, your home for fantasy sports. This is the #1 place for all your fantasy content. We do the research, so you don't have to. But wait, so you don't play fantasy? We have you covered with all your F1, IPL, and UCL content. So head on over to the Fantasy Pavilion YouTube page, like, subscribe, stay connected with us. We have all the content you're looking for. Fix that team though, and do better. The last year you were doing shaky. But this year we're doing better. We're doing better this year.
Yes, guys, welcome back to the Fantasy Pavilion, your home for fantasy sport. Almost didn't do an episode this week, but we knew we could not do that to you. We had to bring something out quick, right? Of course, so late night show, of course, joining my Tottenham expert, Kevin Lala. Kevin, thank you for joining me.
Yes, no problem.
Game week 13. Should even bother looking back at game week 13. How much points you make?
Another low score make. I'm decent. I hit average, and I think I get 45.
45. All right.
Yeah, 45, and the average was 46. I'm a little red arrow.
Yeah.
So I went from like 230 to 291. So I was still in top 300k. So
Right.
that's still decent.
Well done, yeah. Well, the YouTube team 46, so just on the nose of the average there. So we are now on 776 points, and we are now in the top 800k. You call that? So I mean, this is the only blemish, but we won't talk about that.
Yeah, and scores like that, that's like breaking even this week. So honestly, it's not bad at all. Actually went up in some of my mini leagues. So it was good.
Yeah, well, of course, one green arrow we got, so we'll take that. But not too bad. I mean, bigger Wangi Chan was a flash. He was a shot in the dark last week. Hoping he would have done something, but he did it this week, so I'll take that. Henry James with his disciplinary problems.
Yeah.
Wow.
How many weeks are you out for? 2 or 3?
No, I think if it's one yellow, we got 2 yellows, right? You didn't get a straight red. It was 1 yellow, 2 yellows. So if that's the case, might just be 1 or 2. That's against the question. Maybe 1. Yeah.
Hopefully just 1, because they have some real good fixtures coming up. Huh?
Yes, they actually do.
Yeah.
But Chelsea haven't very up and down. All
yeah,
right?
I know, but for set and forget for this season, holiday season, that's all you really need now.
Yeah. All right, so let's just dive into game week 14 one time. Let's see what fixtures coming up and how we could fix our respective teams, the channel team, and help our viewers out with picking some great differentials and also picking the best team for the upcoming game week. So, of course, first game on Saturday, we have Arsenal versus Wolves. Big game. Now, of course, Arsenal are on top of the table right now. Wolves not doing too bad. They were humbled recently by Fulham. It's a crazy game, but Wolves are scoring goals without Neto, so that's very scary. Well, as an Arsenal fan, but it's very good in terms of FPL. Cunha, someone we've spoken a lot about on the show, Kevin, again, was on the score sheet, return sheet last week. Wang Chan with 10. So
I'm taking a penalty now too, so that's even more credit to him.
Right, so great options there. Now, do we think Arsenal can keep a clean sheet against Wolves?
At home, I feel so. Arsenal defense is one of the better defenses, if not the best right now.
Yes.
Right. And again, they're playing home. Wolves, they are fierce at their home, but if they're at Arsenal, I don't know, it'll be a bit difficult for Wolves. Out of all the fixtures, this might be one of the fixtures to look for defensive returns at least.
Okay. Now, obviously, Arsenal played Champions League football this week. Yes, the game was fairly easy. They won 6-0. But it does not take away from the fact that Wolves will be a little more rested than us. And some of the big boys did play in this game. It was an important game, so we had to use the big boys. But thankfully, no one has picked up any injuries from that game. And thankfully, most of the big boys are back. But we've seen how we are when we play midweek. We come back lethargic. we come back because we saw what happened with right after international break. We barely defeated Burnley and Brentford, sorry. And now we're going up against arrested Wolves who are looking hungry for the win. And they are upsetting teams. We've seen how they're playing against big teams. So, of course, not going to shrug them off lightly. But obviously from this game, this fixture...
Are y'all first in the league or last? Or second?
What sorry?
Are y'all first or second in the league?
First right now.
So Wolves did beat City when they were first, and then they beat Tottenham when they were first.
Correct.
So
exactly.
Maybe if Arsenal is first right now, that might be I don't know, maybe a trend. I don't know.
So that is exactly why I'm in on the side of caution. But I like to throw some names out there for Arsenal. Kai Havertz, not a knee-jerk reaction, but he scored international break, scored in the Premier League, and scored in Champions League. So maybe he's finding his footing. Maybe he might be a replacement for that midfielder that you're trying to get rid of, right? So not a bad shout. We can take a quick look at what are the trends so far. So far people are, well, of course, Bowen obviously out. Thomas, Son, Alvarez, Madison, right? Obviously those are the top. And coming in, people have done Mbeumo, Gordon, Saka, Zinchenko, Saliba.
Right.
If you're stuck with one of these guys, still trying to get rid of one of these guys, these midfielders.
So I seen Zinchenko there, right? I seen Ben White as well. He's fit, right?
Yeah, Ben White's fit.
So who would he take, Tomiyasu or Zinchenko's spot?
No, I don't think he will take Tomiyasu. The only reason I said that because right now Tomiyasu is better defensively than Zinchenko. Zinchenko has just been barely having good games defensively. But Zinchenko solidifies in midfield when needed. But I think Tomiyasu should be near. But Arteta has been proven very hard to read recently. So I can't.
So I know the two centre backs are fixed, but if you're looking for a differential again, I think I mentioned it last week too. Looking at those wing backs. So
yeah, and Tomiyasu had a great Champions League. He had 2 assists, so something to look
Did he play the whole 90? Or? Oh, so then he might get rested. So
yeah, correct. But not a bad shout. So yeah, I just wanted to shout out there for the Arsenal Wolves fixture. So Cunha, Wang Hee-chan, Kai Havertz looking good. Saliba might be a decent shout to have if you don't have Saliba already. Or you can even take a punt on an Odegaard or something like that. But Kai Havertz has been consistent, and we have to stick with the consistency. He has been doing well so far in all 3 different competitions so far, scoring 3 goals. So solid from him there so far. All right, we can look at the next fixture now. So we have Brentford Luton. So of course, people would have been hot on Mbeumo last week because of this fixture, Kevin. Now, yes, they lost to us, but Mbeumo, we saw they didn't look terrible. They had their chances. Even Mope had their chances, but Arsenal were resolute. Luton have not been too bad of late. They've been causing some teams troubles and holding off certain teams, fending them off.
But they're only doing that at home though. Like, away, they're like almost toothless, It's like, I don't know where they're going to get the goals from away. And at Brentford at home too, it's even harder. So
yeah, Brentford are pretty ruthless at home. Very ruthless. Yeah. So it's very likely that they could rip Luton apart, or you never know. But Brentford, after a loss, are always ruthless. Obviously, some of the guys so far that are doing well for Brentford are like Mbeumo, Wissa, those kind of guys.
I never had Mbeumo on my team up to now.
Not yet.
Not yet, but I still not even looking at them. I don't know why. Even if I had to go Brentford, I looking at was it even a Pinnock?
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. But they have been conceding, right? So,
yeah, that's the only problem.
Yeah.
I just find the template not really working too well. So
no, correct. I think if you look at some mini leagues now, look at what's happening. Most teams now are not the same. Maybe up till game 6, maybe game 8 or so. But recently, a lot of teams when you're watching the mini leagues are very different now. There's no set thing. Maybe just keep Haaland. Those who would
I think that even helped me out. I took 300k for a while, and I never had Pinnock. I mean, not Pinnock. I never had Mbemo.
Oh,
I never had Trippier. I never had some big players. I don't have any Arsenal players.
right.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Now, moving on. We have this is a pretty interesting game here. We have Burnley, Sheffield United. Now, this is an interesting one because you never know. You could check a differential here if you have if you think you wanna just go for something sure me. No, I don't want to say sure, but you never know. Archer might be a decent shout here. A G Rodriguez or Brownhill might be a decent shout for this game. There's two teams at the bottom fighting to stay up. And these are the games that they both have to go for. They have to melee with each other. They came up together. They've been in championship together. So this game is going to be a very, very important game. And I think it's going to be very high octane because they know each other. Burnley might have the advantage because Burnley would have had the best of them in the championship. So let's see. This is their level. So that's why I'm saying that. Don't laugh. I know it's crazy, right? I'm not saying to waste a transfer game when it's asked about. I'm just saying you never know. It mightn't be if you're looking for a wild punt, mightn't be a bad shot because again, these two guys are on the same level. Same thing with the next game, Kevin. Nottingham Forest, Everton. Now, Everton.
So would you? I know a lot of people have like what do you call it, enablers in the team for this, like Taylor and stuff. Would you play them?
Yeah, I have Baldock on my personal team. Baldock is fine.
So would you play him? Yeah. So would you play him this week?
I think I did play Baldock last week and I got an assist actually, to be fair. I think I got
okay.
Yeah, I played him last week. So he got the assist. I think he got something last week and I got it. Yeah, look, yeah. So I play on my main team, not the channel team, my main team. Yeah, I had him. And I got my points. So I will do it again. Bet your bottom dollar I'll do it again. And the bright side is, yes, they're losing, but they're scoring. You know my boy J. Rodriguez. I was very hot on him a few years ago as an asset. That was my boy. He was my Pookie replacement. He was doing well. So you never know, right? So I just saying that to say if you're looking for a really wild point, you have a 2 free transfer and the team not on fire. Not a bad shot. Not a bad shot. Yeah, as I said, as Kevin said, if you have the enablers and maybe one of your big boys injured, the one that's quite transfer them out yet, put them on. Don't waste the transfer. Save the transfer, roll it, and bring on your Baldock, bring on your Archer, bring on your who else again? Who's the guy called again? The other guy called from
Taylor.
Bring on your Taylor. Bring on your J. Rodriguez. Bring on somebody, right?
Archer in front, Taylor, yeah.
Yeah, Archer, yeah. Archer Baldock, yeah, bad. No, and Norwood is back as well too. Sheffield injuries are going away, and they're starting to get back the team. So let's see. Nottingham Forest, Everton again. Now Nottingham, I've been pretty decent, I must say, pretty decent. Even if we're losing a scoring and they're giving a lot of teams thunder, Everton have a mountain to climb, a -10 mountain to climb to try and stay up. Right? It is after they did all that hard work, they now have to fight up again. Would that demotivate them? Would that crush them? It's only game week 14. We don't know, but. Assets.
No, last week. How did they last week?
No, they weren't terrible. Everton weren't terrible, I know. And that's the hard part. I know, but it wasn't terrible. They weren't like trash. They weren't terrible. They weren't terrible. But I think this game, again, could be N10. Once Everton keep their shape, keep the line, and they don't allow Nottingham Forest enough space because Nottingham Forest are doing Ilanga's doing amazingly. It gives White is back.
Those two are the main two people
back with a bang last week at Nottingham Forest, even though they lost, scored goals. So Ilanga, Gibbs White, Hudson-Odoi, Gibbs White with the assistant goals. So things to look at there. So you never know.
Is Iwoni injured, right? So who taking his spot out of the three of them? So
well,
I know they're midfielders, but they'll be up in front. So
yeah, Hudson-Odoi comes on. So I don't think he's normally starts. That's the issue. But I will quicker go the Gibbs White, Ilanga. Yeah. And for Everton, the Curry is in decent form. When this guy Jack Harrison is playing well, slotted very well. Mikalenko is not doing bad. Obviously, he might want to get any defensive asset. But again, if you have those enablers, you never know. Check them on.
Yeah.
Try to take Ilanga.
Especially with Nottingham Forest. Their prices are pretty low, so there are enablers that have a good fixture coming up. So Everton, Fulham, Wolves, Tottenham, Bournemouth.
Yeah.
So they're not too bad to invest in right now.
I agree. I agree. And of course, what do you think about this next game, like Kevin? Boy, you have access in this one, this Newcastle United, the
I have
United baby.
who I have. I have Lascelles, who
Mm-hmm.
get
Mm.
some returns last time, which is
Mm.
good.
Big
And I
player,
still have
boy.
Anderson, but he's just there on the bench,
Right.
injured. So yeah. I do want to bring in Isak at some point though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe not for this one, man. You have been so actually on this thing after this game week, sorry, with these two teams,
Mm-hmm.
the two assets are looking at. Are looking at Isak from Newcastle and looking at Darlow as a possible cash replacement,
Okay.
right? Defensive and he getting some assists. And pretty near loan out of all the line. There's a little extra cash from the Maguire and whoever has defended in the back, but he getting further up as well for Manu. But again, that will be after this match. Right now, I don't know where both of them will be because Newcastle got the 1-1 against PSG. Like Newcastle's PSG weakness first of all
Yeah.
midweek, but they get a little deflated after the Mbappe penalty at the end.
Of course.
And
Yeah.
Manu again, they tried, but 3-3. I hear they didn't play that great. But again,
But
both of them are what demotivating midweek games in a sense. So I
yeah.
don't know how they're going to come out in this weekend.
But as you touched on that, I mean, I know that's UCL, but
Mhm.
you saw the table, it's crazy. Yeah? They scored 14. Imagine that, Kevin, if I told you 14 goals in a Champions League group, right? You're going to score, your Tottenham in Champions League group are going to score 14 goals. Where do you think Tottenham would finish with 14 goals in the
Yeah, you
Champions
would think first, maybe second, but yeah,
League? Worst
14
case, right?
goals.
Worst.
Yeah,
He scored the most goals, right? This in this that's crazy, boy. That's
yeah.
crazy. So, but hey, so it goes. That's so it goes. But who you think are the favorable assets for this game? Who are the assets for this game?
I don't know. Gordon, yes, they're playing at home. Newcastle playing at home.
Playing at home.
Well, yeah, definitely Gordon. Gordon is like prime at home. Um, Isak, as I mentioned before, and from Manu, I'm really not sure. I don't know. The
You think
young
right?
boys, they pushing, but they're not
Right.
giving them enough chance, right? Garnacho and was the other one who scored? Tommy, yes, no, not Tommy, yes, Tom, who scored
This
the
one
brace to save them?
Rashford scored one of the goals, right?
Nah, the young boy from okay, from Scotland or whatever.
Argentina. Oh, McTominay.
McTominay. I just remember
Right.
Tom's out, yeah. And they returned midweek as well too. Garnacho
Right.
and McTominay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. If they get to play a little more, I would like them as assets.
Hmm. Very. I don't know, boy. But the thing with Manu grinding out results. They're scoring the goals.
They
And they
scored only
grinding.
1-1 goal, which is the opposite of UCL,
Yeah.
and they keeping the clean sheet.
Yeah.
So
And then we don't
so
know
that's why I
what.
say I would have gone to Dalo. He's a little attacking, but he giving you
Right.
that surety
Right.
of time as well as maybe clean sheet points. So
But Newcastle look like they always guaranteed to score. So that
yeah,
could be.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All
Even with
right.
these young players they're bringing in who, they scraping the bench for players and they still coming in and giving assists and everything.
Yeah. Now, big one. Bournemouth, Aston Villa. No, reason I say big one. Why I think I say big one?
I don't know if you heard the news like an hour or two ago. I don't know if that's the news you hear.
What's that way?
Watkins might be injured.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
And I know a
No.
lot of people have Watkins. So
Bruh. Right? No.
might be, yes. That's the
Might.
thing.
Might. No, the catch with that too. The catch with that. Bournemouth, again, not in terrible form.
No,
Right?
they're scoring goals. They've scored
Scoring goals.
good goals.
And
Yeah.
they don't even need Solanke to score. They didn't need him last week.
Nope.
Didn't need him last week, right? Tavernier, Semeno, someone I'm my eyes on, Clivert. So Tavernier back, someone we used to talk about a lot last season. So not bad at all. But Villa, are doing their thing as well. Their midfield knocking. Watkins, well, no, sorry, with Douglas Luiz, Tillemans and all was in on the action. But
Tillemans,
we
yeah.
have,
I think Tillemans slowly becoming a starter on that team.
yes. And then we can't forget the RB is looking well, as looking pretty good. McGinn and all looking good. So it's going to be a very interesting game. If Watkins is not there, I'm not too frightened for them, but they won't have their talisman. Maybe Bailey might have to play up high up. Maybe they have to do something crazy, something outside the box. But it's going to be a
No, he's still
very
75%, yeah, so he still might be able to play, yeah.
Oh yeah, or if not, come off the bench. So you never know. Or start and
Yeah.
come off. You never know. Yeah. This one is a very interesting one because again now Chelsea Brighton. Now, before I move on from the Aston Villa, another reason too that I might favor Bournemouth assets in this, only because again Villa in Europe. That's something we have to pay my attention to. There are a lot of these teams now that are in Europe, these mid-table teams. Normally, these mid-table teams would be rested while everyone else is in Europe. And now a lot of these guys are in Europe and they are playing at the highest level, right? They're going fit, they're trying their best, but when
Did they play away or home in Europe today?
I could check that for you really quickly.
Checking no, because they're playing away to Bournemouth as well.
Exactly.
Bournemouth at home. And they're not
Right.
the best at away, even though they beat Spurs. Yeah,
Oh.
even though they beat Spurs away, but
Yeah, they're definitely not good away. That's a very good point, right? So again, that's something to be mindful of with your assets, your mid-table assets. These teams, your West Hams, your Villas, right? Your Brightons.
now they play home today, so
They play home, right? And
Diaby score and Moreno score. So
not bad at all. So something to look at. Hey, big up Paul Williams, yeah, bro. So that is why I'm always wary. I'm not saying Aston Villa can't dig deep, but these teams don't have the depth to push and rotate and then come now and play stellar football and Bournemouth. These teams are realizing that. So again, it'll be very tough outing for Villa. But let's see what they can do post Europe. Chelsea will be biting at the chomp. They're rested, going against Brighton. We've seen Brighton have some terrible match days when they come out from some type of Europe or international break. João Pedro had to save them last week. So we don't know if he might do this again. They won their game this week, their European game this week. But Chelsea looking good. Are we back on the Chelsea train? Are we back on Chelsea assets, Kevin, or are you still lukewarm on that?
I went on still early, so I actually got his returns last week. Right? I'm good with that alone. Just one asset. Just as a punt, they have good fixtures coming up for the whole season. I know Sterling on 4 yellow cards, so he may be suspended for 1 game soon. But other than that, for me, he's a set and forget. Palmer is a good one to have as well, cheaper, set and forget. Again, just because they have plenty, a lot of good fixtures in a crunch period. So if you can find a player from Chelsea who play in almost all the games, then yeah, I have no problem with looking at them from this week's self.
And Palmer is on pens, so let's not forget that. And he's banging them all. Yeah. And Brighton. Idringa, João Pedro, maybe he might get the start. Because they're not. As I said, they look really, really haggard. And then no Mitoma again. What's Mitoma's status? Let's see quickly. Let's see what's Mitoma's status.
He played this week, junior week.
He played in the okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if he played in 90, but I know he played. So.
And the pattern normally they will play him and then maybe try to rest him and try and win the game without him. Let's see if they do that. And then
if they need his help, he'll come off the bench and score 2 goals and help. And
help me.
So either way is good points.
But would you run back to get Mitoma? Did you have him before?
Right now. I had him and I got rid of him for Sterling. Yeah. It was a toss-up between him and Bowen, and I chose him first.
Big up Paul with the info on the side. Thanks, Pablo. Yeah. He said Mitoma played 69 minutes. And Brighton traveled the furthest. So that's a very good point. And as I said, They're not traveling well. They're not transferring. They're not coming back well with the European football. They're struggling with it, but maybe they're finding their footing now. Let's see. But I don't know. As I said, maybe Adringer, maybe Aden Estupinian might be gradually coming back. That is someone that missed daily, right? Next game, of course, Liverpool Fulham. Liverpool vital point last week. Fulham vital win last week as well. Scoring goals, penalties, and whatnot, looking all right. But I have to say, I think Liverpool are doing their thing in silence. They are doing their thing in silence. Not much people talking about them or paying attention to them, but they're doing their thing. They held the champions to a point last week, and who knows what they could do against Fulham at Anfield. Trouble. Of course, Salah is a no-brainer. Kevin, anyone else from Liverpool catching your eye?
Yep, 2 players actually. Keller.
Okay.
Do you know who that is?
Yeah, the second keeper because his boy injured.
Yeah, and Alisson injured for 3 to 4 weeks, and he's a 3.9 keepers out of Liverpool. But I don't know if you want to do that. I mean, we got lucky with what's his name? Samakas, who was also
Right.
4 point,
Yes.
3.9 as well. So this might be another blessing as well. All right, as well as another attacker. I know a lot of people go with Darwin. Darwin didn't play the game, but he didn't start the game today at least. So I think he rested for the weekend, right? And if you look at Liverpool's injuries, Jota has been injured. So that may secure Darwin place up in front.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, I looking at if Bowen not recovered by tomorrow, I might look at Diaz instead.
Okay.
Right? He's a little bit cheaper, and it was always a toss-up between Jota and Diaz on that left flank. Right? Diaz for me was a little more clinical. Darwin is get your hopes up and just not score. You have all the best expected goals and everything, but just not finishing it. So I might go for Diaz instead. If Bowen, that would be my transfer this week if I go in that way. But that's me and me alone. I know the rest of players, if you look at the most brought in, I sure Darwin higher.
Yeah. My problem with Darwin, as you rightfully said, his XG is very misleading because,
very.
as you said, 8 shots on target, sometimes 12, and not 1 goal to show for nothing. And sometimes he could kill your Salah points because Salah might have had 4 assists in those 12 chances created there and nothing. No points for Salah, and then Salah looking terrible because Darwin threw away his assist point. So it's a trickle effect. It affects everything, right? Your Trent, your Samakas, whoever else you might have. So as much as Darwin, yes, is a good shout striker-wise this week, there are other options for me. I wouldn't jump on him, but I like the color shout as a cheeky shout. Me, you never know they could keep a clean shot.
But again, it's a keeper transfer, so it's only if you have an extra transfer.
Yeah.
Don't go taking a negative for it or anything like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's for keeper. Yeah. All right, rolling down the road now. London Derby. West Ham versus Crystal Palace. Again, West Ham, they were in Europe. I think Souček scored for them.
Final minute or something, 89th minute or something, yeah.
He has been Mr. West Ham recently, getting the vital goals. Not just to draw, but to win some vital victories.
Do you remember back when Souček was like in everybody team like 2-3 years ago?
Correct.
Had to have it.
Had to have Souček. Otherwise, he was more popular than Bowen. Bowen wasn't even a thought. Yeah.
There's the 2 checks you had to use. Souček and Kufal.
And Kufal.
2 of them you had to have in, yeah.
Now, Kudus, I know he's on everybody's lips recently. Might be a good shout. Crystal Palace not playing too bad, but away from not too hard. They're scoring goals, but not seeing all the victories.
Crystal Palace disappointed me, right? I thought they would have done a lot better.
Yeah.
So they're disappointed, man.
And West Ham are conceding. So that's something that Crystal Palace could exploit. Elise is back. Eze back. And
I think Eze back out now.
Yes, Eze is back.
No. Like I think he injured again.
Yeah. Is he?
Yeah, ankle injury, 50%. So Eze back out.
Well, then Elise will.
Ulisse, yeah. So.
At least he will pick up the slack. But yeah, he now
Are you actually getting so many points, you know? He's a
yeah,
midfielder, so I don't know if you want to put your money there, but he plays as a striker for them, so.
yeah. Right. West Ham wise or assets, I guess kudos. You have Ward Prowse, Bowen
Keep
is always
monitoring, yeah, keep monitoring Bowen to see what's happening.
No, I personally like Poe, if that's how you pronounce it. Funny enough. No, sorry, that's not Poe, sorry. Oh good. I really like Oh good. But he has not been in the returns recently. But kudos.
Who's that?
Oh good, one of their defenders. Because their
Oh,
defenders
yeah.
very high line and sometimes they're in and amongst the assists. I've been observing that. So that's what I've been monitoring that with them. All right, we can roll on with that one
But
next.
again, Bowen, what you doing with Bowen? You keeping Bowen or you transferring him or what?
You see,
You
I don't
have him?
know. No, I had him and I sadly I dumped him. Yeah, I got rid of him.
But this might be 2 weeks, and then I don't know when he come back if it'll be back to the Bowen that we know and love.
Yeah.
So.
But West Ham need to buck up because Palace might really try to go at them without the talisman. They'll try. Big game. Big game. This could be the game that wins the title for Arsenal. Just joking. But this is a very big game.
Hey, remember Wolves taking you along this weekend?
Yeah, well, I ain't going to that. But City versus Spurs. Now, Spurs, funny enough, are the bane of City's existence.
Yes, we are. I don't know how it is, but we are the bane of City existence.
Yeah, crazier things have happened. So, back in the day, Swansea, Bolton, was Arsenal, Thorn. So, kudos to Spurs. But Spurs have been struggling a little bit with some
all our injuries and suspensions and everything.
Yeah.
So
yeah. What's the word on Madison? Oh, he's out till what? Like January,
Madison
right?
and Van der Ven out till January. So we don't have our spine already. Benzema, he came out and he get injured. So he out till even later.
And what's the word on Son? Son still fit?
Son fit, yes. Son is playing. Yeah, Madison out, Richardson out, Solomon out. Why am I not seeing Bentancur? Oh yeah, Bentancur is out, 25% chance of playing, but I don't think he will be back before next year.
Right.
I think he out for 3 weeks. So, Sa as well. He's out as well. So it's difficult, but I mean, we're still making chances, eh? We're still actually creating a lot of chances, which is surprising.
Yeah, big up
Pedro Porro, I told you last week, since Madison is out, he will be the playmaker as well as the corners and mostly set pieces.
Yeah.
So with what do you call it? None of the defenders actually keeping clean sheets. I think Porro is still a decent asset to have.
Yeah.
I also called out Lo Celso last week. Hopefully he comes up and he pulls up again this week.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see.
Yeah.
For this thing, I'm looking at Kulo and Son. Okay. Kulo playing a more midfield role for Spurs.
Yes.
Right, and they put in Brian Hill and Johnson out on the wings. Right, and they did pretty good jobs keeping those wings. Right, so Kulo getting a more creative role in a sense, and he's feeling a little more, what do you call it, positive about that position. So hopefully he can do something this week. So I just had to check his times because he got a hat trick of offsides last week.
Right.
Yeah. So hopefully once he just take a step back, he will be able to catch them this week.
Imagine for those who had Son last week.
I had Son captain. I captained Son last week. Yeah.
Oh my word, bro. Yeah. I watched that game, man, bro.
I watched it and I was over my chair like twice. And I was like, okay, no, it's just offside. I was like, God.
Anybody that had him. No.
Yeah.
My pick for this game is actually Doku.
Yeah. I feel
because Doku ran against Trent. Trent couldn't breathe. So far less for your guys. They will be busy. Right?
Who you become up against? Porro, right? Pedro Porro?
Yeah, Porro. No, Pearl
So
is great.
Pearl will be able to hold him in the midfield,
Yeah.
but once he passes him in the midfield, that's it.
Yeah,
He got.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just want to big up Tony. Thanks, Tony, for coming through. Big up. Watch this. Even you have a Liverpool fan cheering you on, bro. Like, that's how serious it is right now. A Liverpool fan cheering you on. Yeah. Let me see. Arsenal has some good fixtures coming up. So I will sell my two and bring Saka. Yeah. Yeah. I was now going to ask, what's your plans for the game week, Tony and Justin, if you have any plans for the game week? Yeah, for sure. Not bad at all. But my two is back. But I understand the frustration. Yeah. But as Paul rightfully said, the Europe is coming on to a bit of the group stages at least coming on to a bit of a wine. So we may have our teams back. But then the Christmas melee. Because don't forget, guys, I want to show you something. Do not forget that the next game week starts Tuesday 5th.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Oh, Kevin. Oh, it's a good thing. It's a good thing, right? I will not lead anybody astray. This is why we create this channel so that we could discuss.
So they have no Champions League next week, right?
Right. No Champions League next week.
Oh.
Following week. So I want you guys to pay attention. Look at this. So they're playing Saturday, Sunday, not even rest Monday. They might do some light training because they have to cool down from what they did Saturday and Sunday. And
anybody playing Sunday and then Tuesday? That would be insane.
No, they will not do that. But let me double check. Take a quick glance here. Guide with me, right? Let's look now at Dowdo. They won't do that craziness. Now, only four teams playing Tuesday. So Burnley, Wolves, Arsenal, Luton hosting Arsenal. Okay. So as Tony just said,
four of them left. Yeah, four of them on Saturday to Tuesday.
And then not a bad fixture for Wolves. You could bring it your Cunha and your Wang, your Saka and your Havertz. So your Saka and your Martinelli, right? Saka and your Jesus, or your Saka and your Saliba might be very good. Arsenal have been doing very good away from home. As I said, we have a great defensive record so far. They might be the best one so far. So not bad. So that is the next thing to take into consideration, guys. If you have your 2 free transfers, look ahead at 2D and this weekend, and the next week, because there may be some rotations depending on who is playing who and what. So this
I have my lineup already.
Yeah. So this will affect selection, right? So pay attention to that.
All right, check my one, right? I go and transfer Bowen out for Liverpool Diaz. I'll get enough money. And then as the games are going, once Newcastle finish their game, I'm going to trade Alvarez for Isak.
Right.
Because Isak will play on this Saturday, and then they play the last game on Tuesday.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, and I'll have enough money to bring him. So that's my plan. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's dive into our scout team for the week, and then we could sign up. It's been a great show so far. Thanks everyone.
So what do you call it? What is it called? Spurs and City. Who else you picking from City? Just Doku?
For me, Doku. So okay, let me try and be pep. You know, I like to try. Sometimes I'm right. Sometimes, right? So pep. Walker, Ruben, so we know for sure, Bam. I think Akanji safe, Rodri safe, right? No doubt about that. Grealish will not start, so that's Doku there. Bernardo. So Julian Alvarez came on, so he may start against you.
Yeah.
So Doku starting, Alvarez starting, Ake starting. Right? That's the day. Bernardo starting. Well, obviously Haaland. So I think that is the
I really like that Doku shot though, especially how Spurs playing. Spurs making the games a little more chaotic, and Doku would thrive in that chaos.
And you're playing a high line, no matter what. And
City too, both of us saying, we're not gonna adjust. But
I don't mind that you have your game plan, but do your game plan with all your starters, not with your makeshift team that they're trying to hold on with. That does not make sense. You have to readjust your strategy.
I think that's why you put fullbacks as centre backs last week. He was hoping they had the pace to track back, but they just didn't have the pace.
Yeah. Definitely did. So that is something.
They had the pace, but they didn't have the mentality to do it. So that's it.
Yeah. All right. So I big everybody in chat. Don't forget, share this with 5 other friends. Let's try and get the algorithm rolling, pushing us, circulating this video. Thanks very much, guys. Drop a like, tell your friends about us. All right, let's take a quick gander. So now, guys, what we're gonna do? We're gonna try and pick a scout team. You can help us out, call some players out. guide us what you think, scout team for the week, and then we're gonna sign off from there. All right, so let's go. Bring us up on screen.
Captain.
All right, so there's no wrong answers. That we're not trying to be differential. We're just literally trying to pick the best team for game week 14 based on the fixtures. So if you can bring up FDR and fixtures on your side, Kevin and guide me, just suit. We'll go from there. All right, guys, in the comments, you can chime in. All right, so let's. You don't have to start in order, but I'll start with goalkeeper. Goalkeeper, what we thinking, Kevin, based on the fixtures?
You want to try the killer show that we said?
Hey, I never accident.
Yeah, they're playing Fulham. Even though Fulham had some good shots, but I think 2 of the goals were penalties, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's go with Fulham. Killer.
Must say, Willian was clinical. Oh, let me get rid of Johnston. Right. Boom. Right. So Keller, nice, looking good.
Have to have Arsenal defense. We have Arsenal defense already, yeah?
Yeah, we have Gabriel, but I mean, you can switch him out.
No, we can keep him if there's anything.
All right. Obviously, we had to get rid of this James problem.
Yeah, James had to go.
Right. So James is one of our sells this week. Based on the fixtures.
Based on the fixtures, we could double up on Arsenal, or we could go Brentford against Luton. The same Pinnock shout that I had.
All right, I'm not vexed with it. Pinnock. Right, yeah. So Pinnock, Gabriel, Simicus, Keller. Staying with that?
If you want to get rid of Simicus, because since we play whole game midweek, and then we already have a defender, we had the goalkeeper Keller. And we could try somebody else. That game, Nottingham Forest versus Everton.
That's the one.
Wait,
Tony, why I say that?
That's
the one. Why I say that, Tony? Because remember he came on, and normally that's how it works. He's having a good EPL. So let me know what you think. Why I say that, Tony? Let me know. It's good to have these conversations. Let me know why I say that. I think he should play though. What do you think, Kevin Doku? I think he might start. Yeah, that's the battle right now. Yeah. Him and Grealish, that's the battle. And Grealish battling, real battling for his spot right now. Right. So, what we saying, Simicus? Dump?
Yeah, I feel dump Simicus. Because he play whole game midweek, he might not play. I'm not too sure. But the Burnley, Sheffield United, or Everton, Nottingham Forest?
Ooh. Wait, when you call your boy again, or? No.
Nah.
You have these kind of funny men out to go.
Yeah, they have those guys that can just pop off at any minute. You don't even know.
Any minute.
And then even Everton have Mikalenko.
You know what? For wildness, I will take that one. If you don't ban, I'll take the next one. That one.
Yeah.
Right. Midfield. So who you holding? Who you selling? Who you buying? So we sold Reece obviously for obvious reason, right? In the midfield now, who's your buy sell hold for midfielders? Or you'll hold this midfield. Talk to me. This is a solid midfield given the game.
Yeah, right now maybe Wang Yichang against Arsenal. I think he would
okay.
You would score?
Unless they get a penalty or somebody. You never know, right? As I say again, you never know. No, but so we could if you want to play the fixture route, no problem. I have no problem with that.
We could stick to our guns and take him out and put in Doku,
All right, Doku.
Right? Put in Doku. We will take out Alvarez in front. And you want to swap Saka for Havertz, or you go with the Saka?
Oh. Saka versus Wolves. Well, I don't know what. I feel like I leave that, but that's not bad shout. You know what? Let's do it. Violence. It's same us. We securely
up. Yeah, we backing up what we say today. So sticking to our guns. Yeah.
And he's on the cover, so might as well put it. He on the thumbnail. Right, up top. Now, I personally am considering getting rid of Alvarez from my team.
I'm same here, but again, it have other things I had to deal with first. So, but for this game week, we take him out. Definitely take him out.
Right.
Who's a good striker we can get? I know we mentioned either Isak or the two big names for strikers now is Isak and Darwin.
Isak and Darwin, Isak and Darwin. All right. Darwin, boy. I know. Like you see the wiki of bang and do it.
My second team had this striker, and he actually saved my team's skin last week. João Pedro from Brighton.
Right, but my main team. Remember, I had it since game one. So
Yeah.
I've been on the hill.
My second team had it from game week 1 too, and yeah, you just somehow end up playing. I was like, oh shucks.
I've had João Pedro for a while, bro. For a while. All right. No, I like what Tony's saying. Tony, I like in your points. That's why I like the conversation. Because I ain't fighting you. I like to know why. So he's saying I think someone has to back up Doku when he gets forward, and Spurs can exploit that. Yeah. Especially, maybe a Brennan Johnson, I never know, Kulu, Son. Yeah, good point. Because they're happy men to fill those pockets of space and cause trouble. But
I honestly hope Tony right, and Pep didn't think of that. So
yeah. Now, big up Tony. I appreciate that. I like the engagement because, as I say, there's no different, nothing wrong with that. But I really think Doku could cause some problems. He's been doing it. Because no end product, had end product the other day, no end product last week, but he's causing problems. So, yeah. Alvarez replacement. Because a lot of people will be doing that. I am dumping Alvarez.
Yeah, it's either Isak or Darwin. Those are the two popular ones right now.
All right, let's go with these. I'm not vexed with these.
Isak don't have the midfield backup right now, although they're just still getting chances somehow.
And it's still scoring goals.
Yeah, and it's still scoring. Yeah.
All right, let me just run through the team.
And Darwin have all the midfield backup, but he not scoring goals.
That's what I'm telling. He's killing Salah points. He's killing the Salah points. Salah's supposed to be banging way more points because the amount of assists that he's providing for Darwin. Very annoying. All right, so we're gonna call out the team real quickly. So this is our the Fantasy Pavilion Game Week 14 Scout team or frigate team, whatever you want to call it. These are the assets that we think that you should go for, and inadvertently, it is our buy sell hold as well. So we would have sold, got rid of Saka, brought in Havertz, a sideways move. We'd have gotten rid of Alvarez, brought in Isak. We'd have dumped Reece, bringing Pinnock. Right, so gonna run through the team. So our goalkeeper, who we think gonna come clutch, clean sheet points, save a penalty, Keller. Pinnock, master header from a corner. Gabriel, a next header for sure. Mikalenko with 2 assists for Calvert-Lewin. And Boomo with a hat-trick. Doku with a hat-trick of assists for Haaland, right? Ward-Prowse with an assist and a goal from a free kick. Salah, who Justin said he's captain, and Salah with a brace. Havertz taking a solo goal and an assist from Havertz this week. Isak with a brace, and our captain, he kept on. Are we captaining Haaland on this team? We captain on this team.
So far, my captain is on Haaland. Yeah.
You put on Salah or Haaland?
It's between the two. It's a 50-50 between the two. So,
all right. Who in the chat? Let somebody in the chat decide now. I wouldn't fight them now. If somebody in the chat answer in the next few seconds, I'll go with what they said. Let us know who's the captain with this team chat. If you want to captain Salah or you want to captain Haaland. I am split as well too. It could be Salah, it could be Haaland. All right, but there you have it, guys. That's our team, our scout team there, selected by Kevin and myself, and the guys in the chat who we think are the best. So maybe we can pick one from FPL transfers, take a punt on someone. I said, look at the fixture and then look ahead Tuesday as well too. So there's a game week. The game week 15 is right after, right on Tuesday. Do not forget that. All right. Boom. So it's split. Let me see. If one person could break that tie, so it's split. You have Salah and Haaland. Well, I guess either one, guys, right? You captain Haaland, vice captain Salah, you captain Salah, vice captain Haaland. You go from there. No problem. Hope Spurs will step up in the big game, boy. Jason, boy. You boy. What?
Yeah, I really open so too. We need to get into that.
This weekend, bro. Back in Spurs this weekend. right? I want to thank everyone for coming through. Thank you so much. A long time we haven't done a late night show. Chat was buzzing. Very nice. Thanks everyone for coming through. Big up Jason. I have to big up Jason. Everything I tweet from the channel, I get a notification. Like and retweet by Jason. Like and retweet. Supporting us since day one. So big up Jason. Just supporting the wrong team. That's all. That's the only thing I don't like about him. But big up Jason. Yeah, looking out. Yeah, and then boy Jason, with big game. We should make a line and watch along for that, Jason. You know, I'm not close to Christmas, but let's see what we can do now. And of course, I was trying to big up Jason, big baker as well, big farmer as well too, right? So big up Jason, big up Paul for coming through. Thanks Tony for the engagement. Thanks for coming through, everyone in the chat. Please, all you guys, just send this a 5 friends. Tell them it's free. Just drop a like. That's all we're trying to get the likes and the views back up for where it was, guys. Let's go. Right? Loving it. Tony can't say. But who you captain on your team, Tony? Who you captain? Let us know. Who you captain on your team? Right? Big up Justin saying with it. Kevin, as usual, before we go, solid piece of advice for game week 14.
Well, you know, brought to my attention that the next game week starting Tuesday, so just be on your toes right after the game week. And pick players. If you could pick players for the 2 game weeks one time, then that will help you out even better. Even more so. Yeah.
Yeah, some short starters. That's a
good. Some short starters. So Salah will play like this week and midweek, you know.
So. Yeah, Doku might play this weekend, but not play that. You know, he might play the rest.
So like how we have Doku here, we should have a good first bench at least.
At least.
At least.
That's a good point. At least try to now get your bench popping. So at least if your guys don't start, you have solid players to come on, right? So that this is where French players come very important now. So make sure you have decent French players. At least 2. What do you say? Security. What's good security? At least 2 players.
2 would be perfect. Yeah. Don't have 3.9s on your bench.
Yeah. Tony's captain Sacco. I know vex for that. Big up Sacco. The time you see what I have behind her, right? So I support it. Of course, my solid piece of advice, guys, please don't forget to click the save button when you make your changes. As simple as selecting a captain, right? You went on your captain Saka, you didn't click save, you got distracted, and the captain was on Mbomo from last week, and Mbomo does nothing. Was on Wang Yi-chan from last week, or was on Sun.
Mbomo against Luton, not bad, but
hey, just saying, you never know, you'll be glad, but you'll be sweating bullets. Right, watching that game, right? So, of course, on the big of the chat, and of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Right? Please, guys, don't forget to share. Don't forget to drop a like on the video. It's free. It helps support, helps keeps us on the air, helps keeps us going, and motivates us to keep going. We love sports, we love football, we love fantasy, and we want to keep bringing more content for you guys. Right? We have a lot in store, some surprises, things with the national team. So look out for that. But I want to thank, of course, you guys. I want to remind you to, of course, don't forget to click the save button. There's something this time to remind me again. Don't forget. And of course, may arrows be green. May keepers keep a clean sheet. May your defenders score from a corner. May your captain score a hat trick. And good luck for the game week, guys. And all the best. We'll see you all in the next one. Maybe Sunday evening or so, or a late night Monday again, a last minute, just into game week 15. Take care, guys. Thanks for joining us. Big up to everyone in the chat. Take care.